everyone and welcome back to my channel. So without further ado, I'm just going to get straight into it today. So I've just brushed through Jess's brows. I want to make sure that all the hairs are going upwards first so I can get a nice clean line underneath the brow. Mapping out that shape first, making it really nice and clean, then brushing the excess product up through the brow. I want to make sure these brows are really nice and fluffy and natural, so just making sure not to put too much product through them. To carve out Jess's brows today, I am just using the MAC Select Coverup Concealer as usual. I'm just taking this on this e.l.f. concealer brush and just carving them out. And then just blending that concealer down over the entire eyelid as a base. I'm really wanting to make sure that I get a really nice even coverage over the entire eye. And then to set Jess's eyelids today, I'm just using the Mercier translucent powder and just pressing that all over the lid. And first eyeshadow color today, I'm taking this Inglot eyeshadow. I cannot remember the name for the life of me, so I will leave it in the description below. I'm just going to buff this through the crease with a big fluffy blending brush. This one is also from Inglot. I am doing a My Brushes video soon, so I will leave it in that video for you guys. The second color I'm going to take is this one here. This is a ColourPop eyeshadow. Again, I will leave the name in the description below. And I'm just pressing this on with my favorite pack and blending brush from Inglot. So I just pack that all over the lid and then use really light little blending motions to blend it back out into that initial transition shade that we laid it down.
It doesn't really matter, 'cause I feel so free now. It doesn't really matter.
Now to deepen that all up a bit, I'm taking Cocoa Bear from Geek and I'm just going to pack this one on the lid really nice and close to the lash line, so I'm not taking this one up as high as I did with the other shades. And again, just using that pack and blend brush so I can really get the desired depth of color whilst also blending it out really nicely. So to add a bit more dimension to the look and add, I guess, a bit of a glossy effect onto the eyes, I'm just taking an Inglot pigment that's like a brown shimmer shade. Again, I will leave the number in the description box below. And I'm just pressing that one all over her lid. I'm still using a pack and blend brush because I want it to be really soft and dispersed over the lid. I don't want to pack it on like I would if I was doing a cut crease. So I'm just putting that all over her lid and creating that really nice shiny editorial effect. For eyeliner, I'm using the 77 gel liner from Inglot and I'm just creating a really nice thin line at her lash line. I then go in with, on the same brush, a little bit of black shadow and line that over the top as well. This just helps mattify out the eyeliner and blend it back in so you get more of a smoky line rather than something really defined and sharp. And a little trick to get right into the little inner corners, I guess, of the eye. I always ask my clients to look to the side and down. That way it kind of stretches the inner corner of their eye and you can really get in there so that you get that finish all the way through to the inner tear duct. Then cleaning up all of my mess, it's now time to move on to lashes. So I'm just putting on a pair of the Modelrock 266. These ones are really nice and fluffy, which is perfect for this look. I want something, you know, really nice and natural, but with a bit of oomph, of course. So I'm just applying those to her eyes with the black duo glue. Alrighty, now it's time to move on to the base. So I'm taking a bit of the MAC Strobe Cream in Gold Light with the Inglot Primer, and I'm mixing them together today to prime her face. So the Gold Light Strobe Cream will really help create a really nice glowy base, which is exactly what I want for this look. So I'm just applying that all over her skin. And then for foundation today, I'm using the AMC foundation from Inglot in MW102. This one is an amazing light to medium coverage foundation, so it'll really help keep her skin nice and glowy. It has light reflecting particles in it as well, which again is going to aid with the glowiness of the skin. So I'm just applying that with my Modelrock sponge all over her face. For concealer today, I'm just applying some of the Inglot Under Eye Concealer in 96 under her eyes. So I just pop it on with a brush and then blend it out with my Modelrock sponge. And then setting that straight away before any creasing occurs with the Mercier translucent powder. And to set the rest of Jess's face today, I'm just going to be taking the Inglot 15 loose powder and just lightly dusting that all over her face. I don't want to apply too much because I want to keep that glowy look, but I want to apply enough that it's not going to slip inside throughout the day.
Keep me where the stars are found. It doesn't really matter, 'cause you're here with me now. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter.
Now what goes up must come down, so I am just applying some of the brown shadows from the top of the lid onto the underneath of her eyes. So just going in with that Cocoa Bear shade mainly and just really buffing that out with a pencil buffing brush underneath the lid, and then I focus a bit of a darker color right along that lash line to really get the depth in there, but I really want to smoke it out and make sure it's really diffused and smoky. Now, if you've been watching my videos for a while now, y'all will know how I feel about this L'Oreal Gilded Honey highlight. It is absolutely amazing, my absolute favorite highlight of all time. So I'm just applying that to her inner corners and underneath the inner portion of her lash line to get that really nice and glowy. And then to intensify that even more, I just applied some of this Aquastic from Inglot. I believe it's the color 13, but again, I'll leave it all in the description below for you. And just applying that in the same spots to really intensify that and get that really shimmery. And then in the waterline, I'm just applying the Teddy Kohl pencil by MAC. It's a really nice brown with gold reflex, which is perfect for this look, and making sure that it's super nice and smoky. And then I'm just coating her bottom lashes and over the top of her falsies with some mascara, just to intensify that even more, get her lashes looking real luscious. And then just grabbing that L'Oreal highlighter again, just to highlight underneath the brow bone. So this is a bronzy look, so of course we've got to go in with a lot of bronzer. So this one is Give Me Sun by MAC. So I'm just applying that around the outer edges of her face, then a little bit on her nose. It's really important to bronze up or contour the nose, add a bit of depth into it. If you're contouring all the outer edges of the face and you don't do anything in the center, it kind of makes it look a bit 2D and dull. So definitely bronzing up that nose. And then for blush today, I'm using the Sunbasque blush by MAC and applying that to her cheeks. And then for highlighter, I'm using the L'Oreal highlighter, and as you can see, it's popping. And to help keep that glow alive all the way down her chest, I am applying some of that highlighter to her collarbones and her shoulders. Unfortunately, that was slightly out of frame, but you'll be able to see it in a moment when I adjust the camera. And perfect, you can kind of see it a bit better now. So I'm just doing a bit more contouring on her nose and then just getting her to pop out her collarbones so that I can really contour the sides of those to really make them pop. And now I'm moving on to lips. I am going to do a really bold orange lip. This is, after all, a real photo shoot model kind of look. So I thought I'd go with something a little bit funky on the lips. So this is a really nice orange lip liner from MAC. I'm not entirely sure on the name. I'll leave it in the description below. But I'm just using that to line her lips and then filling them in with the Morange lipstick by MAC. And just finishing off today by spritzing her face with the Toucher All Day Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. And that is the completed look. It's a really glowy, kind of editorial style look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, something a little bit different to my usual cut crease. If you did, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys!